Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So this would be the first video in the 6 weeks pregnant vlog, or supposed to be. I think last time I spoke to you I said that I was booked in for another scan. I think I said at 6 weeks exactly. I don't know why I said that. I'm actually 6 weeks and 4 days today, and we're here at the scan. I haven't picked up the camera in a while. There's been a lot going on. The bleeding did get really heavy, and there was some it's gonna be a hard day. Every part of me wants to go to this scan and see that everything's okay. Every little piece of me is hoping that that's how today goes, but logically I know that it isn't. Even though the bleeding was really heavy, my HCG has continued to double, but I haven't had it checked in about 4 days now, and it was only just doubling. Jordan was supposed to be here, but his work wouldn't allow him the time off, so it's just me and Marley, so it's going to be a challenge. I have still got quite a big part of me that is hopeful. I don't know why, because logically I do know that it isn't going to work out. I don't think I'm gonna film anything in there. I suppose I'll just, when I get back, I'll put the camera on and I'll speak to you about what's going on. Yeah, that's it, I guess. Could not be more excited. We are so excited about this. I don't even know what to say. I think I'll take it back a little bit. So I think the last clip in the 5 weeks pregnant vlog, I was about 5 weeks, 5-6 days, and everything was still going great. Obviously we'd had a few wobbles, I'd been spotting, but my HCG was rising. I had the scan, which did seem that I was a little bit earlier than I should have been, but everything seemed to be going well. After I sort of filmed that last clip, things kind of went. I started bleeding, not just spotting. I was bleeding. And with the bleeding, I lost a couple of really big clots. And I knew that wasn't good. I knew that that was not good. So we rang the hospital, went back in, had another HCG, but it doubled. So they just kept saying to me, like, it's doubling, it seems to be going in the right direction. That's all we can tell you. So they moved my scan forward a week because my HCG was high enough that they'd expect to see something on the scan. The bleeding just got heavier and heavier. It was more than a period. And one night I was literally rolling around on the floor, crying in pain. And I knew that it wasn't good. So I went in to that scan, the video that you'll have just seen, 6 weeks, 4 days, and I knew, but I hadn't accepted it yet. So I told them when I got there, I said, look, I'm bleeding really heavy. I know the HCG is doubling, but I'm bleeding. And they were like, okay, we'll do the scan, you know, we'll just wait and see. And I went in and I was laid there, I was on my own, just Marley. And she turned the screen, and for about 5 seconds I thought, she's showing me the screen, that means there's going to be something to look at. There's going to be something there, it's going to be okay. And she said, the gestational sac we saw last week isn't there anymore. She said, so it looks like you have had a miscarriage. And I was like, okay. And Marley was getting upset. So I just held his hand and I was trying to entertain him. But my mind was just... And then I had to just go sit back in the waiting room with like everyone else. And I just sat there. Marley started to get really fussy and I was trying to comfort him, but after the scan they do like a talk with you afterwards, and they explained that there was still some retained pregnancy tissue, I can't quite remember. But they let me go home and they said I'd probably still have quite a lot of heavy bleeding from what they could see on the scan. When I got home they gave me a call and they just said they still weren't convinced it wasn't ectopic, so they wanted me to go in for a repeat HCG on the Monday, which is tomorrow. But I haven't had any bleeding since that appointment, so I'm just scared that I'm gonna have whether like scrape your uterus or have to take an abortion pill. I don't want to have to do that, even though I know it's gone. I know there's no baby. I don't want to do that. It's really hard. I keep thinking I'm okay, and then just little things just get me. One thing I will say, Marley has made this harder because I look at him and I'm like, this baby's never gonna be here. It's never gonna have a name. We're never gonna get to see them grow, see what they look like. But at the same time, like, I couldn't have done it without him. His little face, it's the only thing making me smile. You're amazing, you know. You forever, ever, Mummy's number one little star. We announced this pregnancy to our social media, and I'm really glad we did, because I feel like having everyone we know recognise it and accept, I don't know, just see it and say how sorry they are. Like, it feels like a goodbye. Feels like a way of saying goodbye, even when you can't say goodbye. So that has helped a lot. And I got home and I got all the tests and I got the little outfit that I used to tell Jordan. And I put them in a little box and I said goodbye. And it felt a bit like acceptance. When I was at the clinic, they said, you can't get pregnant for 3 weeks until you've got a negative pregnancy test because of the retained product. If you get pregnant and there's the old pregnancy tissue in there, it's just not good. And I just kept thinking, like, I'm not going to get pregnant again. I can't get pregnant. But then I'm like, can I? Marley was a miracle, and then we got pregnant again, so are we cured? Can we have children now? I'll let you know how the appointment goes on Monday. Hopefully it'll be the end of it, and I'll have no more tests and hospital appointments and we can move on. I'm just scared my HCG is still going to be really, really high. But I'll bring you along, I'll keep you updated. I made this channel hoping it was going to be like where I document this pregnancy and like the rest of our lives, and I suppose it's just different now. But I still want to document this pregnancy. I want this pregnancy to be known. How many women go through a miscarriage, and it should be normal to talk about. It shouldn't be embarrassing or awkward, and I know so many people don't know what to say, and in all honesty there is nothing you can say. Let them know you're there for them, but don't. I found it really hard because my friends and my family have been amazing and messaged us and comforted us, and I'm so grateful for that, but at the same time I'm a bit like, I want to be left alone. I want to deal with this on my own, just as a family, me, Jordan and Marley. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I've tried to film the end of this video 5 times now, and every time I just get too emotional. So I've decided to film it now while I'm feeling really numb. I don't feel like I could cry right now. I did want to be really honest and open and share the whole of this experience. But watching the clips back where I am so emotional, this should be talked about and people should know what this is really like. But at the same time, it is still really personal and it's a really vulnerable time, and I'm just not ready to share quite that much with the whole world. And that's something really important I wanted to mention. If you want to share your pregnancy, your miscarriage, any of it with the whole world, that is absolutely fine. But if you don't want to tell anybody, that's also totally fine. A lot of people have said how brave I am for sharing, but then I don't think I could have done it without the support I've received from a lot of my friends and family if I hadn't shared. So I don't know. Either way, I think you're really brave, and this is horrible. A horrible, horrible thing to go through. So if you've been through that or you're going through this, I'm really sorry. I did say I'd update after my appointment, so kind of wanted to come on and do that. So went to the hospital, they did my HCG test, my blood test, and it had come down to 27, which I'm so grateful for. So grateful for, because the thought of this being dragged out any longer and having to have a D&C or have to take medication, and I'm really grateful my body's been able to do this on its own. Which is hard to say actually, because I'm so angry at my body. I can't help but feel, not that it's even my fault, but what could I have done differently? Maybe if I hadn't forgot to take a prenatal, that one time I did. Maybe I drank too many cups of tea, too much caffeine. Maybe I shouldn't have picked Marley up so many times. I don't know, it's all what ifs, and it's something that you'll never have answers to, which is really hard. But I know it's not my fault, I know that, and if anyone's watching this and is in the same situation, it is not your fault. There is nothing you could have done differently. It's just the way it is, which I know that does not make it any easier to hear. Like, that does not make it easier. Sharing this has been so helpful to me. It's really, really helped actually. I've been able to just sit and speak to somebody, and as I said, I've filmed a lot of clips, some at 1 a.m. of me hysterically crying and really hard. I can't even watch them back, so they'll never be shared, but it's been so helpful to just have somebody to talk at and express how I feel without them saying anything back. It's so important to have a great support during a time like this, but at the same time, if you don't, I don't know, I don't want to talk to people. I can't even say it right. I want to talk to people, I just don't want to hear what they have to say back, is the best way I can put it really. My bleeding stopped, they said to expect my next period, everything else that was left behind, to pass, and then that'll be it, I guess. Marley, that little boy, I have always appreciated him so, so much, and I obviously love him with everything in my body, but the gratitude I feel that he is here, that he is healthy, is something else after experiencing this. I don't know how I'd have got through it without him. So many days I just want to lay on the sofa and do nothing and just cry, watch telly and do nothing. But I've had no choice but to get up. Hey! I've had no choice but to get up and to entertain him, to take him places, to feed him, so I might as well feed myself while I feed him. Yeah, without him, life would be horrible. It really would. I'm gonna close this off here, I think. Do you want to come say bye-bye? You come in? You come in? Come on then. Yeah, I'm gonna close this off here. I'm thinking of doing a video of the do's and don'ts of what to say to somebody when they're miscarrying, how to support somebody who's experiencing a miscarriage. Because that's one thing that I've found almost the hardest, is other people not knowing how to react or how to help. excuse me. But at the same time, I have some awesome friends and awesome family who have just been amazing. And things they've done I wouldn't have thought of that have really helped me. So I want to share that so that somebody else can help someone they love who's experiencing this, or somebody who is going through this. Maybe they'll be able to tell somebody how they can help them. So that'll probably be the next video. Yeah. If you've made it this far, then thank you. And if you've watched this video because you're going through the same, again, I am so sorry. There's nothing anyone can say that'll make it better, but know that my thoughts are with you. But yeah, bye-bye. You say bye-bye? Bye-bye. Blood kisses. Yay. Bye. Bye.